Hello, happy Wednesday. As you can see, I'm not in my backyard. I am in my office today, and this should just be a real quick little dip into the energies of July, which, as I understand from watching astrologers, is going to be really chaotic. There's a resurgence because we never finished the first wave of coronavirus, so there is a resurgence of that in the United States. We never did get a handle on it because it became very politicized and divisive, as all things seem to be in our country these days. And so people are balking against wearing a mask. Like, I don't get that. Like, hello, I don't like it either. I hate wearing them. I feel disconnected from myself. I hate it, and I do it. Do it because that's what you need to do. Anyway, it became very politicized. Instead of looking at it as a healthcare concern, it really became a political, this side says do it, so therefore I'm not on that side, I'm on the other side, and I'm going to do something else. So we never did get a handle on it. And so now it's coming back with a vengeance in states where it didn't hit before. And so people are now flocking to other states, trying to kind of avoid it, bringing it to those states. It's a hot mess, and that barely is the tip of the iceberg on that. But so what I understand from the astrologers that I watched, Denise Siegel, Yvonne Davis, is that there is an alignment of certain planets, energies, whatever, that was also present in February, I think, when the first case of coronavirus was discovered in the United States. Um, and then that caused the stock market to go into a free fall panic. You might remember that, where they stopped trading. And I worked in the financial services field for 33 years, and they rarely, if ever, stopped trading to the degree that they did there. So that was a big deal. So Denise Siegel is saying that because that alignment shows up again, that's the resurgence, and then the ensuing chaos in the markets, because people are going to get antsy and worried and scared. And the more that fear gets ratcheted up, the more people do things that are impetuous and foolish and stupid, downright stupid. And that fear, I mean, unfortunately, we're in an election year, so that fear is getting turned up because that energy, it motivates a lot of people. And political parties who know that use it to their advantage, and they scare people. And so when you're in fear, you're going to do things that are stupid. So there's going to be a resurgence. There's going to be a fairly big stock market tumble somewhere between July 26th and like August 7th, 6th or 7th, in that period of time. And so I want to prepare you for chaos this month to the degree that I can, because um, this is not going to settle down for a while. And the closer we get to the election, the crazier it's going to get. And so for those of you who, really are feeling the chaotic energies, like I see a lot of people in my online groups that are having meltdowns and having to shut themselves off from the world because it's too much. Like, I hear you. I get that. I get it. I consume an inordinate amount of political information, and it's weird because it's one of those things I can absorb like a sponge. Like, I don't even really have to study it, I just absorb it. Psychology was like that to me too. I got straight A's in every psych course I ever took because I just absorb it in some way, and it just integrates. So I can take a lot of information, and when I reach my limit, I know it's got to be bad. I know it has to be. So I want to say to those of you who are really feeling the crush of this energy, one, it's going to get more crushing. But two, I love to do ones and twos. Two, do what you need to do to take care of yourself. I have seen many people feel bad because they're not able to be on the front lines. And I talked about that in, there's a role to play for everybody. But do what you need to do to take care of yourself. And if that means eating a pint of ice cream and watching Netflix for 3 days, do that without the guilt. Because an exhausted you, an unsettled you helps nobody. And I know many of you are parents or you have other responsibilities and shutting everything off doesn't always work. Then go stand in a closet in the dark. If that helps you, come back to yourself. Do what you need to do. Okay, I mentioned the closet thing because I used to do that. I used to go, when I lived with this guy who had just funky, weird energies, I just needed peace. And so I had a beautiful walk-in closet. I would go sit in my closet. I loved it. It was like my little fort. I mean, put my stuff in there. I just was in the quiet, but quiet feeds me. That may not be the case with everyone, but quiet feeds me. So do what you need to do to take care of yourself through this energy as it ratchets up, as it gets louder and louder and louder, because that's going to continue for a while. And this month is no different. We had a little bit of a break, but it's going to pick up again. And I just want you to be prepared, and I want you to take care of yourself. Look at me, I'm being so bossy. Take care of yourself. Be prepared. Take care of yourself. Prepare. What you need to do, because we may end up having to go back into full lockdown in a way that maybe we didn't before. I miss all that stuff too. I miss going to stores and touching things. I don't like to go buy things so much as I like to just touch things. I never noticed I did that until I was out shopping with a friend, and he's like, "Do you know that you touch everything?" And I'm like, "I don't." Yes, I do. I think that gives me the feel of the energy of it. And then, okay, that's all I need. Take care of yourself, because rough days are ahead. And we are fully and completely in uncharted territory. And unless you take care of yourself in the way that works best for you and whatever your situation is, um, it will be very hard for you to get through the coming days. And I'm not trying to scare you. Please don't say that, because we will get through all of this, all of it. And we will look back on this and think, what the hell was going on? Because we are deep in the soup. And so you can only see your little bit of the soup. You can't see the container. But when we have the perspective and the distance to look back at this, we will wonder, like, what happened? Holy moly. The other thing I want to give you real quick is that you were made to be here for these times. I know that, and that's the thing that keeps me going, because there are times when I think, is there a box I can check off to be like, I'm opting out of this entire experience? Where can I move that I can opt out of this whole thing? You can't. Your soul chose to be here. Your body is here. Mind is here. Your soul is here. Use it. Use it in service to your vision and your purpose, because you chose to be here for this complete transition in our world. All that the New Agers have been talking about, nirvana in the fifth dimension, blah. Yeah, we're not there yet. We are so third dimension. What's beneath third? Second? What's second dimension? I have a feeling like we are barely into the third at this point. But we're going to get there. And your soul was made. Your soul has the stamina to get there. If you need support, if you need a voice, if you need a shoulder, email me, Lisa at lisamw.com. I'll write you back. We'll get through it. We will. Hang tight. I'll be back on Friday. Bye.